Deontay Wilder has responded to Jarrell Miller failing a PED test. Now, it's no secret that Deontay Wilder and Jarrell Miller are not exactly the best of friends. They don't really have too much good to say about each other. And Deontay kind of goes in on him here. He says, out of all those guys, well, first of all, he's talking about who he'd like AJ to fight on June 1st as a replacement for Miller. And he says Luis Ortiz, as most of us feel that would be the best fight. So Wilder says, out of all those guys, Luis Ortiz will be the man who'd be ready. Luis Ortiz always trains after my fight. He stayed training. He stayed doing something. He stayed waiting on that call. People want to talk about his last performance. Yeah. We all have an off day. We all can't be perfect, even the best of the best. And then he goes on to talk about his reaction to Luis Ortiz failing the test. He said, I'm disappointed because he let his family down. He let his kids down. He let a life-changing opportunity slip through his hands, and that's what I'm mostly disappointed in because of the family. He talked about how he came up and living with roaches and having to add water to milk, just like a lot of our culture who have had to go through the same thing. But when you get this opportunity, you hold this opportunity dear. The things that you know are going to get you in trouble, you don't do it. This man, with the opportunity he had to make the money he was going to make, I wouldn't have been taking nothing. I'd have just been drinking water. Win, lose, or draw, he was always going to get this money, and it was life-changing money. No one expected him to beat Joshua anyway. He is not a likable guy in boxing anyway. The people in boxing, the business side of boxing, don't like Jarrell Miller because of how he carries himself, the things he says. A lot of people are happy this happened to him. So those are the words of WBC World Heavyweight Champion Deontay Wilder. Again, saying that Miller isn't a particularly likable guy, and he claims a lot of people in the industry don't like him because of the way he carries on. And he's basically roasting Miller for throwing away the opportunity of a lifetime to make life-changing money. And it's not so much Miller that he feels sorry for, it's Miller's family, that he could have set his family up, his kids, his, extended family for life. And he's gone and thrown that all away, taking whatever performance-enhancing substance he's been popped for. So let me know what you guys think about this. I have spoken in a previous upload about the fact that in Deontay Wilder's opinion, Luis Ortiz will be ready. In Deontay Wilder's opinion, 6 weeks is enough for Luis Ortiz because he's always in the gym. How about that? Right? So if Ortiz turns this fight down and says we didn't have enough time to train, how are they going to spin that? Yeah? The reality is AJ's never been afraid to fight Ortiz. That's nonsense. That's what idiots believe. That's fairy tale stuff. He's fought more accomplished people than Ortiz. Why would he be afraid of this guy? It don't make any sense. Wilder thinks he's going to be ready. Let's see whether he takes it. And as far as Jarrell Miller, I can kind of see what Deontay Wilder is saying with regards to how Miller might be an abrasive character and how a lot of people in the industry might not like him. He comes across very narcissistic, let's be real, Jarrell Miller. He likes to talk himself up. He likes to talk about how he's from the streets and he's been through this and he's been through that, so on and so forth. And even with his own promoter, Dimitri Salita and Greg Cohen, he's been going in on them for a couple years, publicly, which is all very uncomfortable when he's talking so bad about them, then he has to go work with them on a day-to-day basis. Uncomfortable for them more than him, I'm sure. And when he behaves like that, word gets around. Now, I'm not saying that he isn't within his rights to behave like that, because I'm always pro-fighter. The fighter's the one getting in the ring. The fighter is the one risking their lives. So I'm always pro-fighter. And Jarrell Miller, at least up until this point, has been a lot happier with Hearn than he's been with his own promoter, because Eddie Hearn is not the promoter of Jarrell Miller. Eddie Hearn just puts Jarrell Miller on his shows, and Eddie Hearn is one of the promoters on DAZN, and Miller now has some kind of deal with DAZN. But Miller's actual official promoters are Dimitri Salita and Greg Cohen. And those are the guys who he's always had issues with, but then he says Eddie Hearn is much better than those guys in terms of what he's done for Miller's career. But anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below about everything I talked about in this video. It's happening, I'm out. Join me on Patreon. I upload a minimum of 2 podcasts every single week, covering a wide variety of controversial topics, as well as live stream Q&A sessions. Take a look on screen right now at some of the podcasts I've produced so far. For just $3 a month, the equivalent of about £2 a month, you get access to all my new podcasts and my entire back catalogue of past podcasts, including my popular Confessions of a Nightclub Bouncer series. You can listen on your computer or on your smartphone or tablet by downloading the Patreon app from the Google Play Store or the App Store for free. The Patreon app also allows you to download each podcast in MP3. For less than the price of a cup of coffee, you get access to dozens of hours of exclusive content. It's easy to sign up, there's no contract, and you can cancel at any time. So come and join our community of free and critical thinkers by signing up with me here on Patreon today.